Hello, my name is Sucipta Aditri Laksana.
My name is Elpratama Perangin Angin.
And my name is Azzam Izzuddien. We are from D3TI 03. In this video, we will review about Visual Studio Code application. Okay? Let's go! Hello guys, are you ready for Visual Studio Code review? Visual Studio Code is a really awesome tool, a really awesome code editor that you can work with to write and run your code. So by the end of this video, you will have a really good understanding of how to work with this amazing tool. Are you ready? Let's begin. First, we have to download Visual Studio Code, and for that, we go to code.visualstudio.com. You will see a homepage like this, where you can immediately detect a button to download Visual Studio Code for Windows. You can click right here and your download will start. You will see thanks for downloading VS Code for Windows. If it doesn't start, you can try this direct download link. You will see that the download starts right here at the bottom. And I also want to mention that if you are working with another platform like Linux or Mac OS, you can click right here in other platforms and you will see other options for Linux and for Mac OS. Now you know how to download Visual Studio Code. This is Visual Studio Code. First of all, let's see the layout. Right here, we have the main panel or the main area, where you will see all the files that you currently have opened and their content, all the lines of code right here. Then, on this left hand side, we have something that is called the activity bar. You can hide it or show it by clicking right here on View, Appearance, and then Show Activity Bar. You can hide it or you can show it. Okay, so it's really helpful. It has awesome option like an explorer where you can see the different files in a folder. You have search, you have source control where you can work with Git and other version control systems. You can also run a debugger and you can install extensions. That is something that is really great about Visual Studio Code. It has tons of extensions that you can install to make your work even more productive. Here you can see your accounts and this is a button to manage your settings. Different option right here. Okay, we will go through the settings and which ones you would like to customize first in just a few moments. Great! Now you know this the activity bar and the main panel. We also have this like the menu with different options. File, Edit, Selection, View, Go, Run, Terminal, and Help. Here in File, you can see new text file. This is how you can create a new file. So let's do that. File right now, the file is empty. Okay, this is why you can see Untitled in the tabs. Once you save as the file and you assign a name to the file, you will see the name. Give it a name, for example, index.html. This will be an HTML file, and you will see that VS Code automatically assigns the syntax redlining that corresponds to HTML. Then we click on Save. See right here that the name of the file has changed to index.html. Start writing the content of the file. First, we can make HTML structure by write this doc type HTML. Right here, we can write something inside the file just to show you how you would see the code inside the file. my file hello world. It's just a really basic HTML file to show you how this works. You can see that we automatically have the syntax highlighting for HTML. And the same would happen if you have a JavaScript file or a PHP file or a Python file. Okay, Visual Studio Code is really awesome with that. Now, we see that we have unsaved change. Because we have the little white circle right here next to the name, we can save it with Ctrl S or by clicking right here on Save. Awesome! Now you know how to create a file and how to save a file. Now, let's see how you can open an existing file. You can create a folder inside this folder if you need to directly from the Explorer. You just click right here where it says new folder. You can create a new file or a new folder. Either one of them will work basically the same way. Right here you have your new folder, and let's call it like my files. I'm just separating the word with a hyphen. This depends on the language that we're working with and the style that we're working with. But just to show you the principles of how you can create a folder, let's click enter. If you are creating a file, all you have to do is just add the extension, the type of file that you are creating, and the process is exactly the same. So now you can see that I have a folder and how I can use the text that is a folder visually. Well, because you have this little arrow right here, the arrow tells you that this is a folder that can be like opened visually. Let's see how this works. If I want to have, for example, this file, the CSS file. Inside this folder, I can just drag it to the folder and confirm that I want to move the file. Okay, so now we see that the file is a little bit more indented to the right than the HTML file. This difference in the indentation tells you that the file is inside this folder. And we can close the folder if you don't need to see its content. And we can also open it if we don't want to see the files that are currently inside the folder. Okay, so this is basically how files work like this. It will show you how to create a new file because I really think that is important. If I click on the main folder right here, somewhere in the Explorer, and in the main folder YouTube video, I can create a new file. And let's say that I want to call it style.css. I just write the name of the file with the extension and press enter. And now I have my brand new CSS file. Awesome, right? We have two CSS files right now, so we better delete one. And that is a great opportunity to show you how you can delete a file and a folder directly from Visual Studio Code. If you want to delete this file style.css, you just right click on it and you click on delete. You can also do that with the delete key. And you can rename the file as well. You can choose either one of the options. Those are super helpful. And now, if I want to move this file from the My Files folder to the main folder, all I have to do is just drag it to the main folder and confirm that I want to move style.css into YouTube video. Great! Now my folder is empty. I don't see any file inside the folder, so I can just delete the folder, right click on it and delete it. Great! I still have my two files, and now you know all the basic operation that you can perform in the Explorer. There are also two other symbols or icons right here that you can click on. This option refreshes the Explorer. So, if you made any changes to this folder directly in the File Explorer instead of Visual Studio Code, and that change hasn't been reflected, you can try to click right here, Refresh Explorer. And then we have this last option, which is Collapse Folders. In the Explorer, this will basically close all the folders that you have in the Explorer. If you had multiple folders opened, yes, we just close all of them, and you can choose which one you would like to keep open, but you will have to do that manually. It's also very helpful when you are working with large projects, like for example React projects, where you have an initial structure with many files. If you want to learn more about Visual Studio Code, I also suggest reading the documentation. You go to code.visualstudio.com, the same website where we downloaded Visual Studio Code. You click on Docs. And right here, you see the documentation. You see an overview for Get Started, User Guide, JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, Java, C++, data science, and other things. You will also find a very helpful article on keyboard shortcuts, like this. You have a shortcut reference sheet, you have key map extension, and how to customize keyboard shortcuts. Okay, thank you for watching our video. If you like this video, we really appreciate your likes and subscribe to our channel. Have an awesome day and happy coding. Bye!